Hey Simon, what is one of the biggest mistakes master cyclists make with their diet?
Oof, that's a big question. And there's so much that people get wrong with their day-to-day nutrition and on-bike nutrition because there's so much misinformation and diet culture that is pushed towards us on a day-to-day basis that I think a lot of people make these mistakes. Quality of training and recovery really matters. So you need to eat enough calories stroke food to make sure that you are eating enough energy so you can push those pedals around and do it again the next day. The biggest mistake here is when people feel like they have a lot of weight to lose is they just drop calories and food intake really harshly and then wonder why their legs suck in training. In my mind, just from experience and studying it from the literature, we need to eat as master cyclists more protein. And actually, when people start dialing into their diet, they realize they're not eating enough protein to even support the training that they're doing, which is why body composition doesn't go in favor of the way they want it to. And then they start scratching their heads. And then there's extreme diet culture and myths and misinformation from people who are aiming to lose body fat, who are less active than master cyclists, who are really trying to focus on producing good power, maintain lean muscle mass, and have decent recovery times between training sessions. These things are mismatched to what we're trying to achieve. So a really good example of this is talking about fasting for great lengths of time. A lot of fasters believe that eating nothing helps you improve muscle protein synthesis. Well, that's simply not the case. If you're eating nothing, how can you create anything if you have nothing to eat? It doesn't make sense. I also know through the literature that fasting and calorie restriction, when we hit the same calorie restriction, doesn't affect fat loss any greater or lesser. It's very similar. Again, looking at the literature, we know that if you eat a carbohydrate-richer meal in the morning and train later in the evening, the quality of your training is going to be bang on the money. Whereas I can guarantee you, if you're a cyclist and you fast right up until, let's say, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you have a tough training session at 6 o'clock, you're going to struggle on that training session. Again, looking at the literature, we know that if you eat a carbohydrate-richer meal in the morning and train later in the evening, the quality of your training is going to be bang on the money.
There's a lot to talk about nutrition, so if you like this video and you want to see the second part of it, hit like and drop me a follow.